Hey all, I'm going to do a quick demo of Y flip. So I start off with S-shaped lines. I use this structure for a lot of patterns. I love it. It just seems to work with so many different things. I'll try and make some of these tighter so we end up with a bit of a random result. Mostly I try to sort of roughly line up my curves. If you change it up a bit you get a little bit of a different result, but yeah, it helps. It looks nice and neat if they're sort of fairly lined up. Okay, so I start my Y at the base and then bring it up around the curve to almost the middle of the next curve. I need to leave enough room to be able to create the base of another Y. Okay, then bringing up the next one. So this is a really easy pattern, I think. When I'm drawing these lines, I draw them as if they could potentially join up with that other line, so they create that sort of over and under effect. Keep going. Okay, so next row, I'm trying to film this without getting my big fat head in the way. It's a bit hard to do it without leaning across my drawing, but let's see how we go. So exactly the same thing again. This one will need to come in a bit further like that. And that's just going to disappear off into space along with that one. Last row. And the kookaburras are all going off in the backyard. Okay, that's it. So you can see by sort of tightening up the curves I've been able to get, you know, a bit of a sort of curved shape with it. If I'm shading this, things that swap sides are often a little bit hard to shade, because where this looks like it's going underneath, as we travel further along that line, now it's on top. So it can be a bit difficult to decide how to approach the shading. So I have, one way I sort of go about it is to just thicken up one side consistently on each Y, okay, and shade that or darken it. You'll probably give it a 3D effect by doing a double line on this side when you were drawing it as well. I haven't tried that, but it would be easy enough to do. Okay, and I add often a bit of shading into where it looks like it's going underneath, there and there. So on here it would be up here, and then on these sides. So an example of that, grab my journal, hopefully you can see it. Okay, so you can see my shading very lightly. If you want to see a better picture, I'm not sure how good it's going to come up on the video. You can see I've thickened one side, but there's a picture of this one on my blog. The other example that I've got on my blog is this one, where I've actually extended the Ys into the next section of pattern. And again, if you want to see a better picture of that, just have a look on the blog. But how I've done it is I've basically just stacked my Y shapes. Okay, so just draw one, the next one, and the next one, and then just create the sort of hole that it's going into. It's going to be a bit of a crooked one. Then flip over, and draw the other side of the wires. So I always have to think about this a bit. Okay. How I focus on doing it is I know I need to create this shape. So, and I also know that that needs to sit sort of within that next Y. Okay, and you can just keep going like that. My one on the blog also has the sort of S line running through it as well. But you could do it with or without that. So that's it. See ya.